Hello. How are you? I have some bad news. Sadly, there won't be a new Have Eyes Talks About video this week due to the fact that my wisdom tooth is trying to kill me. So please enjoy this video that I wasn't planning to release, because I wasn't sure if it was actually funny. So please enjoy this some funny video I made.
I used to watch a program, it's like a kids cartoon. I think it was called Small Pastel Coloured Horses. Platonic relationships are mystical. Yeah, no, I'm 100% sure that was the name of it. Anyway, hello and welcome. I'm your host today. That's a magical sound there. This is a very quickly done episode, hence why you're not seeing my face, because I haven't even got the shot set up. So I have drunk 2 bottles of Hobgoblin, and I think there's 1 pint of all ale, and I am gonna try and remember this one cartoon show I watched ages ago. Like, the last time I seen these episodes were like 3 years ago, 2 years ago, I can't remember. Anyway, so I'm gonna try and remember 13 episodes of the first season of Small Pastel Coloured Horses. Platonic relationships are mystical. At least I think that's what the show was called. Anyway, the only thing that's gonna give me a hint towards this is the episode titles. So let's see how this goes. Anyway, so episode 1 was Platonic Relationship is Mystical Part 1. So anyway, so there's these 2 ponies, a good pony and a bad pony. Sorry, no, they weren't good and bad, no. So one was off the sun, and one was off the moon, and basically one of them controls the day and one of them controls the night, and all the ponies were like, oh boy, we like the day, but they didn't like the night because they kind of slept through it, and the moon pony was like, oh, what the hell, I have all these nightclubs available and none of you are using it. And she was like, oh, god damn it, well, you know what, I'm gonna make it night forever, so you have to go to my nightclub. And the day pony was like, hey, that's not cool, gonna throw you to the moon for 1,000 years for that. And so she got sent to the moon for 1,000 years. Anyway, so 1,000 years later, there's this one pony called Twilight Princess. Sorry, Twilight Universe? No, wait, no. Twilight Sparkles. And she's a unicorn. And she can do magic, because she is. And she has a cutie mark, which is the bat tattoo, which is to represent magic. So she's an expert in magic who knows magic. So she's double magic. And she reads a book, and she's like, oh god, that pony stuck in the moon's gonna be back now because it's been 1,000 years and she's gonna be evil again. Better tell Princess Celestia. Princess Celestia is the good day pony one, the sun one. Anyway, so she tells her, and Celestia's like, no, we don't need to solve this problem. You need to go to Ponyville and make some friends because you're a sado. So Twilight goes to Ponyville instead and makes some friends, including Applejack, who is a farmer, who has an incestual relationship with her brother, Big Macintosh. Footersly, who really likes animals, like way too much. Rainbow Dash, the radical one. Verity, which she's okay. And the annoying one. Have I missed any of... Don't think I missed any of them. Give me a second. Yeah, Applejack, Fluttershy. Where is he? No, I haven't missed any. Or maybe I have. No, I haven't missed any. Anyway, so she makes friends with all of them, but not really. Oh yeah, I should mention she has a pet dragon called Spike. He's just kind of there. Like, no one really addressed the fact that, she has this pet dragon. Like, I mean, Fluttershy does, but that's because she really likes animals way too much. But no one else is really affected by the fact that she has this baby dragon everywhere. I mean, think about what happens when it grows out. I mean, a baby dragon's nice and cute, but when they grow up, they're kind of ferocious. Don't want to keep that around. Anyway, so they assemble this party where it's just like, oh, it's going to be the longest day ever. Oh yeah, we better throw a party for that. Oh, and then the evil moon princess come back and was like, oh, no it's not, it's going to be nighttime all the time now, bitches. And that's where the first episode ends. So episode 2 is Platonic Relationship is Mystical Part 2. And they're like, oh no, she's done all these things and she's kidnapped the good princess. Well, we better go on a mission to save the day. So all 6 of them, except for Spike, who is a loser, no one cares about Spike, go off into this forest, and I think it's called like the Evergreen Forest, because everyone dies in it, I don't know. Yeah, so they all go in, and all of a sudden they're all tested on the aspects of their life. Like Applejack, who has the loyalty to say, hey, let go of my hand and fall down this cliff. Or Rarity, who kills the dragon, and I think that's meant to be generous, because no one else wants to kill that dragon. Like, a different dragon, not Spike. And then Fluttershy, I think she's like nice to Manticore or something, I don't know. The annoying one laughs at some trees. And Rainbow Dash doesn't betray everyone. So you know, she's good at friendship because of that. And then Twilight does nothing, but, you know, she's the main character, so it's okay if she does nothing. And I think that's everyone again. I feel like I keep on missing someone, but I'm not. Yeah, no, I'm not missing anyone, yeah. Yeah, no, I'm not missing anyone. Anyway, so they go to this castle thing, and they find this thing they need called the Elements of Harmony, and it's like, oh, there's 6 of them, and there's 6 of us, but, oh, how are we going to get these things working? And they fail. Because then the evil moon princess is like, oh, I'm going to shatter them all. But then they realise they have the elements of harmony because they all represent an aspect. Because Fluttershy is nice. Rarity is generous. Applejack is loyal. The annoying one can laugh. Rainbow Dash doesn't betray everyone. And Twilight is magical. She's the element of magic in this friendship. So that means she's free magic. I mean, she's a unicorn who has magic. Her cutie mark represents magic. And now she has this element of harmony, which is magic. So she's free time magic. Which is weird. It's just like, yeah, just make her more OP. Just OP her the hell up. Like, you thought she was already overpowered, well, now she's more overpowered. Anyway, so they're like, oh, we have the elements of harmony, and we're going to defeat you with this rainbow and make you young. Because that's what happened when you shoot someone with a giant rainbow. They go really young. And then she's like, oh no, I'm young again. Also, I'm good again. Woo. And then she's like, oh, I'm really sorry for being an asshole. And then being locked away for 1,000 years, making this really crappy plan that didn't go anywhere. Will you forgive me, my sister? I should have mentioned the good princess is her sister. I should have mentioned that. And she's like, yeah. But you're not going to appear until the 2nd season now, so get away from here. And that's the end of the 2nd episode. So then is the 3rd episode, the Ticketmaster, where Twilight stays in Ponyville because he's like, I've made so many friends here, I'm not going to go back to Canterlot. I'm going to stay here. And Celestia's like, hey, I'm going to have this dank party at the end of this season. You want 2 tickets to it? And she was like, yeah, I want 2 tickets. And then she's like, oh, shoot. I need more than 2 tickets. I need 6 of them because I have 5 new friends. She forgot about Spike there, but don't tell anyone. Anyway, so a whole bunch of stuff happened. Then she's like, hey, Celestia, can you just give me more tickets? And Celestia's like, oh, yeah, good point, yeah. Here's some more tickets. And then Twilight's like, oh, thanks. And that's the end of the episode. It's just drawn out for like 23 minutes, but it's literally just her like asking for more tickets. Yeah, then the next episode after that is Applebuck's season, which what was that episode about? I actually can't remember what Applebuck season's about. I think it was about like Applejack, and she was farming apples because it's in her name. I should have mentioned, like, Applejack has an apple farm with her brother, Big Macintosh, and her sister, Sweetie Belle, and her grandma, Granny Smith, and her mum and dad are dead, but that's not important. I mean, you don't need to know about her mum and dad. Anyway, so she does like a whole bunch of work, and she tires herself out. And then Twilight comes and said, "Oh, you're really good at this farming thing, but you could do with a break. And I'm practically just magic free time, so I'm gonna help you with this." And then she helps her with it, and it's just like, yeah, you did it. And that was a lesson in friendship about how you should always ask your friends for help. Yeah. Okay. So the next episode after that is episode 5, Griffin the Brass-off. Let's see. So Rainbow Dash had a lesbian high school friend called Gilda, who was a Griffin, and she comes to Ponyville to go, "Oh, how are you doing?" And Rainbow Dash is like, "Oh, I'm doing fine." And then they just hang out for a bit, but the Griffin's slightly mean to everyone else. And Rainbow Dash is like, "Oh, I just don't know if I should mention it to her that she's being a bit of an asshole to everyone." And she decides in the end that yes, she should actually tell everyone else that she's apologized for her friend, and she's like, "Oh, I'm really sorry, my friend's kind of an asshole, but don't worry, it's perfectly fine. See you later, Griffin. See you until, I don't know, is it season 4 she returns?" Yeah, so he goes away, and then everyone's happy because they don't have to be with that Griffin. Also, Pinkie Pie, the Annoying One and Rainbow Dash get a better friendship, I guess. Anyway, so episode 6, Ghostbusters. So sadly, the name is called Ghostbusters, but they don't actually bust any ghosts. I mean, I guess they do. But yeah, anyway, so this magical pony comes in called Trixie the Great and Powerful, and she's like, "Oh, I can do magic and stuff, and I'm doing a magic show." And all these ponies are entertained by the fact that she's doing this magic show, except for the main sits, which are like, Twilight Sparkle's like, "Oh, so you can do magic and stuff. Well, I can do real magic because I'm magic time free. I'm going to disprove this magic show." Because she's the type of person that goes, "Oh, magic's not real," and forgets that the whole purpose of a magic show is just to entertain. It's not whether or not it's real or not. So, she's just being an asshole about it. So she being an asshole, like, just showing how this magic show is fake. And then Trixie's like, "Oh, dude, that's not nice. I'm gonna do this big magic thing and it's gonna be dangerous because you're being mean to me." And then calls some like dangerous things happen, and then Twilight has to stop it, and then she's like, Get out of here, Trixie, no one likes you." And then Trixie gets out there, and she doesn't appear until season 4 after that point. Because no one cares about Trixie. Go away, Trixie. Anyway, so the 7th episode is Dragonshy, and it's about how there's a dragon on top of a mountain, and he's snoring really loudly, and there's smoke everywhere, and everyone in Ponyville's like, "Oh, dude, what the hell is this dragon's ruining the ozone layer?" And they're like, "Oh, God, what are we gonna have to do? I know, let's just send the main sits up there, because they've been solving stuff recently." So the main sit go up there, and they're like, "Oh, which one of us can solve the problem?" "I know, Fluttershy, because he really likes dragons." But then Fluttershy's like, "Oh, I don't like big dragons." And everyone's like, "Oh, come on, big dragons are good." Well, I mean, they're not good, but you can solve this. So they climb up a mountain, and they spend time trying to convince Fluttershy to do this. And they get up the mountain, and she's still not convinced whether or not to do it, so everyone else tries to solve the dragon problem first. They all fail. Apparently Rarity can't kill this one, because, I don't know, it has double armor on or something. And so Fluttershy finally decides to, like, solve the problems. He goes in there and fucks the dragon. Or was it become friends with the dragon? It's either fuck the dragon or becomes friends. I guess he could have done both. I can't actually remember. So he does something to the dragon anyway, and then the dragon's like, "Oh, thanks for that, I'm gonna go now." And that's it. That's the episode. She got rid of the dragon. Fluttershy learned to always fuck a dragon. Make friends with a dragon. I can't remember. Anyway, episode 8. Look Before You Sleep. This is an episode where Applejack and Rarity are hiding their secret relationship for each other, and no one else in Ponyville knows about it because, a rich, pompous person like Rarity can't be with a low farmer girl like Applejack, and it's a very secret relationship. It's well hidden. Anyway, so it starts raining, and they're like, oh no, where are we going to go for cover? And then Twilight's like, hey, you can stay in my home. Oh, fuck, I just remember. Forgot to see explains Twilight home. So when she moved to Ponyville, they were like, hey, you can have this library no one uses at home. And Twilight's like, well, yeah, just because I'm a nerd doesn't mean I live in the library. And then she decided to change the tune because, she gets to live in the library. So she's like, yeah, I'll get to live in this library with my dragon Spike. Anyway, so Spike is away on a business trip, so she's like, hey, you two can sleep in my library tonight. And they take it as an excuse to just be more in their secret relationship for each other. And Twilight spends the whole episode just covering her ears because, she's trying to get to sleep and they're too busy just fucking in the living room. It's kind of annoying. Like, it's okay, you two, just be a little bit more quieter when you're in a friend's house. Because, some people are trying to get to sleep. Anyway, so episode 9, Bible gossip. Bible gossip. Oh yeah, no, this is the one with the zebra. So everyone's racist to the zebra because he's a zebra, and no one's like zebras. Zebras are not cool. All stripy and so forth. Anyway, so they're all like, oh god, we really hate this zebra because we're racist and stuff. And I bet something dangerous going on. Like, they all like run into this flower thing that pulls tricks on them, and they're like, oh, I bet it's that zebra's fault. But then Applejack's little sister's like, oh, I'm gonna talk to that zebra and see if she has a cure. And then they're like, no, don't go. She's gonna eat you because we're racist. And we think she's going to do that. And she goes off, and then they're like, oh, we better follow her because she might be eating. Or at least we assume that because we're racist. So they go to the zebra, and then they find out, oh no, she was just trying to find a cure for this flower that infected us. Oh, I forgot. So all the ponies got infected. So, like, for example, Rarity had a droopy horn. Fluttershy had a man voice. Rainbow Dress was flying backwards. The annoying one couldn't speak, so that was good. Applejack was really small, and Twilight was... well, something was broken with Twilight. I can't remember what. Anyway, so they go to the zebra and they find out, oh, she is making a cure for us. That's good. And they're like, oh, I guess we shouldn't have been racist then. And they learn a valuable lesson about don't be a racist. So, yeah, that was the episode. Anyway, so the 10th episode, that was Swarm of the Century. So that was about... what was Swarm of the Century about? Okay, so this giant swarm of, like, flies come. Well, actually, it was just, like, one. It was, like, a parasite. And, like, Fluttershy, because he really likes animals, take it in. And then it multiplies, and he's like, oh, I'm going to give it to my friends because I'm a nice pony. But she didn't realize, oh, no, these flies are going too fast. And then they take over the whole town, and they don't pay rent. So she's like, oh, how are we going to get rid of this? And she tries asking her friends, and everyone's like, I don't know what to do. But the annoying one's like, oh, I'm going to get all these items. And, she's not even telling them about her plan. But, they're just trying to figure out, and then she just occasionally appears and goes, oh, I have a plan. And then goes away without telling anyone, which is kind of annoying. And then in the end, she, like, does a plan and gets all the parasites out in time because, like, Princess Celestia is coming to visit. And the moral of the lesson is to pay attention to her, but, seeing as he never, like, talks about the plan, it's kind of shit morale. Because it's like, oh, you should pay attention to your friend when they have a plan. But, she wasn't even describing it. She didn't even try to describe it to them. So, yeah. That's the moral of the lesson. It's kind of a shit episode. Why did I like this show again? Anyway, so the next episode is Winter Wrap-Up. It's an episode where the ponies clean up winter, while also forgetting that winter cleans up itself. Like, they're cleaning up all the snow, but they forget to realize that the snow itself actually clears up by, sunlight and so forth. So it's kind of weird. They're all like, oh, we can clear up this snow. And they may go over schedule, even though, it's also about by weather if you just wait a few days. But apparently they can't wait a few days. They have to clean it up now. So yeah, they're worrying about, oh, we don't have a good plan, and then Twilight's like, oh, I can plan this well. Well, actually, at first, she, helps in all the departments, and then she realizes, oh, shoot, I can't do any of these jobs, so I'm just gonna be the ideas person. So she becomes the idea person, and they manage to clean up winter, even though they could have waited a few days. Anyway, so then there's the 12th episode, which I need to describe a lot of. There's actually a lot that goes on in the 12th episode. So Apple Bloom is the sister of Applejack, but she also doesn't have a cutie mark. Because, you see, in this world, all these ponies have cutie marks, and cutie marks shows their talents, and it's on their butt. Now, for example, if you had a pole as a cutie mark, then you're basically a pole dancer. You can't change your job after that, which might suck for some people because, pole dancers don't actually have that they don't have a longevity in their job. So if you have that as a cutie mark, you're not going to have good finance. You're not going to have good finance in the first place. You're relying mostly on tips. So, cutie marks kind of put you in the set kind of thing. Anyway, and I have complaints about cutie marks. So anyway, you're meant to get it during puberty, because it is basically just puberty. Because it's just like, oh, I'm a teenager and now I have a cutie mark, because I had my first boner. So Apple Bloom is a late bloomer. Oh, fucking God, I just realized the pun in the name. Because he's called Apple Bloom, and he's a late bloomer and a cutie mark. This show came out in 2011. 2010, and I just now got that pun. Jesus Christ. Are there more puns like this I never got? Are you joking me? I never got this pun. So he's called Apple Bloom because he's a late bloomer. I can't believe this. Anyway, so she has a blank flank because, she's a late bloomer, and all the ponies in her school are making fun of her because he's like, oh, we have our cutie marks, look at our butt tattoos, you don't have your butt tattoo. And she's like, oh, I don't know what to do. So she tries faking a butt tattoo, but that goes horribly wrong. And then she's like, oh no, I'm going to be friendless forever. But then she meets these two other ponies who also don't have butt tattoos. And she's like, you guys don't have tattoos on your butt, I'm going to be friends with you. And these two people are Sweetie Belle, who is the sister of Rarity. So, they're probably also going to have a secret lesbian relationship, because, if their older sisters do, they're probably going to. And also Scootaloo, who is secretly actually the daughter of Fluttershy. They never say in the show, but it's pretty obvious she's actually the daughter of Fluttershy. I bet you. And also she's a Pegasus and she can't fly. Anyway, so they don't have cutie marks, and they're like, you know what? Let's be friends and try and get our cutie marks. And they call themselves the Cutie Mark Crusaders. And that's the episode, but it's kind of an important episode, I guess, if you're following this. Anyway, so then there's the 13th episode, where Applejack and Rainbow Dash are like, oh, I'm stronger than you. No, I'm stronger than you. And they have a strong contest to prove who's stronger than the other, but it's a draw. So then they're like, you know what, let's go in a race. And then Twilight's like, I want to go in a race as well. And then they're like, you can't go in a race, you're a nerd. And they all decide to go in a race, and it's like, Applejack thinks Rainbow Dash is cheating, and Rainbow Dash thinks Applejack is cheating, but neither of them are cheating, and because they keep on thinking that, they come in last place. Also, Spike and the Annoying One are commentating throughout the race, but that's not important. So they learn a valuable lesson about not being assholes to each other. And Twilight comes in 5th. because we need to know that fact. And that's the first 13 episodes. I might go through the others. I need to have a bit of a drink first. But I will do that. Probably. Maybe. Probably not, because this was terrible. If you think this is terrible, comment in the comment page about how terrible this video is. Do note, I am probably editing this in post, but I won't edit it that much, so this is mostly just an insane rambling. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the video. Please enjoy the video. I mean, no, that's an intro to a different channel. Sorry, wrong channel. At least I got that reference out the way. We made another reference to that guy. Oh boy. Oh god. Not even that drunk. I mean, I only had 2 hobgoblins. You know what? Just go away. Just go away. Click away from this video. Don't even watch the outro. You don't need to see the outro. You know what it is. It's just Lottie, like, you know, dancing for a bit. Anyway, see you later. See you next time. It's going to be a different video next time, hopefully.